strings. So today we're doing multi-line strings, Python syntax, Python 2. We have seen how to define a string with single quotes and with double quotes. If we want a string to span multiple lines, we can also use triple quotes. An example here, this address spans multiple lines and is still contained in one variable, address underscore string. When a string like this is not assigned to a variable, it works as a multi-line comment. This can be helpful as your code gets more complex. This is like a more complex version of the code. So today, our instructions, our challenge today is to create a variable called HiQ and store this in HiQ. So anyone wanna Oliver to assume? Okay. Anyone wanna try?
I can't get on what you are on.
Okay, we'll answer the question at the
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
so that
Go
David can
answer it.
finish. Thank you.
Yeah. So for this one, it'll be a variable IQ. Can anyone answer like how to put it as a multi-line string? You put your hands up to like answer on how to do this. How to put it as a multi-line string. The clue will be in here. Does anyone have an answer? Yeah, I will be there. And
Triple quotation mark.
so what would you type?
Using like 3 quotation marks.
So this,
And one more. Yeah,
this, yeah.
that.
And then we just type in the does anyone know if this will work? Or like, do you want to challenge it and see if we've done it wrong or not? Peace, you can answer.
So you forgot to make it like multi-line. You didn't put them on 3 different lines. You put them
Okay.
on one line.
So how we put them on 3 different lines? You just do like this, and then like this.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see if it will work. I would say your HiQ was the old pond. The old pond, a frog jumps in. We expected the old pond, a frog jumps in. Does anyone see where we went wrong? Anyone see where we went wrong? Yeah, raise your hand if you want to speak. Anyone can try debug this part of the code because here we got it wrong. If you want to see the error message again. There's no one understand. There's no one have answer. Just put your hand up if you want to know what's the answer. Manual. Yes, manual.
Write print and then you write haiku.
Yeah.
Python.
Say print.
You need to write.
Alright, so what's the mistake here?
Oh, you didn't leave a line.
Leave a line where?
Uh, Line 4 is supposed to be blank.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so will this work now? Peace. Peace, you can answer.
No, it won't.
Why was the error?
You didn't put brackets around haiku.
So, you mean like this? Like this? Peace.
Yes.
Okay, let's run it. Oh, it's still showing up as an error. Does anyone know what's wrong? I think it might be some sort of spelling error. Emmanuel.
Yeah, the bracket is not supposed to be there.
No, I think that still works. It's something wrong with this part. Yanu. Yanu, you can speak. Like, try to answer.
There's no speech marks.
We'll be using multi-line, so we'll be using triple quotations. Emmanuel, if you have like another attempt.
What if we remove the brackets just to see?
Yeah. Guys, I think it has something to do with up here. Should we try it as like this? Israel.
We're not meant to put the print.
We're not meant to put the print. No, I think because that will make sure it'll come out correctly. It'll come out here. So, Tara.
Oh, never mind, because I thought, the first bit, I thought that was just like if you missed that, like a quotation mark, but
Okay.
there's already one at the end, so.
Young. Jimmy, you have an idea of what to do?
It's not about that. It's that your screen. Can you make the code page bigger?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Problem. Israel. Israel, do you have a? Okay then. Olawudare, do you have an idea of what to do?
I have two, though I don't know if it's correct. For the first one, maybe it's because you didn't put anything in line 4, and then on line 1, I think it's supposed to be a speech mark at the end of this sentence.
Like here, hold on, let's go through this again. We have seen how to define a string with single quotes and with double quotes. If we want a string to span multiple lines, we can also use triple quotes. Address underscore string equals triple quote 136 Who Ho Road APT 7. So that's given us an idea of how it works. Let's run it again and see. Your haiku was the old pond a frog jumps in. Plop. So can anyone spot the mistake we made? That's quite
Could you
strange,
please
actually.
move up?
Move up here. This is a difficult one.
I think it's because you see how it on it well I think it's because you didn't like put two words. Like you see there, it says address, and then it has the little dash at the bottom, and then string, and then it has the 3 quotation marks. I think it's supposed to like have another word after haiku.
In the instructions, it only says haiku.
So I think it's difficult. What you need to do now, if you go to the end of line 1 and see if there's no space, and yeah, at the end, okay, there's no space. Line 2, do you have any space? Can you see? No, line 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next stage now. Booleans. Sometimes we have a need for variables that are either true or false. This data type, which can only ever take 1 or 2 values, is called a Boolean. In Python, we define Booleans using the keywords true and false. Example here. A Boolean is actually a special case of an integer. A value of true corresponds to an integer value of 1 and will behave the same. A value of false corresponds to an integer value of 0. Someone had tried to introduce themselves using comments in script. Read the comments and then you create a variable called age 12 and set it to be true or false, depending on if the person age is 12. Okay, so let's reset this. Okay, so let's read this now. Hi, I'm Maria and I live in script.py. I am an expert Python coder. I'm 21 years old and I plan to program cool stuff forever. Okay, let's see how we do this. Oliver Dare, do you have an idea how to do this?
Oh, no.
Okay, Oliver Tosin.
I just started, so I don't know like stuff because it won't let me do what you're doing.
Okay, we'll help you
Because she doesn't
we'll help you at the end. Okay, Emmanuel.
Maybe you could do age underscore it is underscore 12 and set it to false.
Why is it false? Can you like explain? Jimmy, you want to help him?
Yeah. So basically, so he set it to false because, like, in the introduction part, which is introducing and well stuff like that, it says she's
Comment.
21. So you put false, but you put it with capital letter,
So like this.
capital F.
That's correct.
Yeah, and then you put name underscore is underscore Maria, and space and equals, then little space, then true. Because line 1 it says that the name is Maria, the capital T.
Okay, let's see if it's right. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, let's get to 13 now. Okay, let's do this. Value error. Python automatically assigns a variable that the appropriate data type based on the value it is given. A variable with the value 7 is an integer, 7 is a float, and bracket speech mark 7 is a string. Sometimes we want to convert variables to different data types. For example, if we wanted to print out integer as a part of a string, we would need to convert that integer to a string first. You can do that using str brackets, and then yeah, this is the example. Then that would print that. That's the result. Similarly, if we had a string 7, we want to perform arithmetic operations on it, we must convert it to a new numeric data type. We can do this using int brackets. And this is the example. If we have a string that has a floating point value, such as 7.5, we can convert it to a numeric data type using float brackets instead. And some examples. Using floats brackets on an integer value, whether string or numeric will convert the value to a float. Result of using int on the floating point value will depend on whether the value is a string or numeric data type. If you use int on a floating point string value, it will raise a value error. So yeah, this is the error, and then like this is the mistake they made. Then using int on floating point numeric value converts the number to an integer by removing the decimal portion and rounding it to the closest number towards 0. And here's an example. Now let's get to the task. So it says create a variable called product that contains the result of multiplying the float value of float_1 and float_2. So how we make it the value that, how do we do that? Emmanuel. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to keep my hand up.
Okay. Peace, do you want to answer that?
I kept my hand up, I'm sorry.
Okay. Make sure to put your hand down if you're not going to answer, by the way. Jimmy.
I'm not sure, but like, is it like if for the product and like space equals, maybe like put a number or something in like quotation marks? Because on the examples in the thingy.
No,
I don't know.
Okay, does anyone else want to help Jimmy out then?
Oh.
Put your hand up if you want to speak. Anyone want to help Jimmy out on this task? Manuel, do you want to help out? Ayomide there. Yeah, speak.
Okay. I think it's you create the string product, so the variable product, then you equal it to float_1 times.
Does anyone know how to do the times symbol in Python?
Asterisk.
Okay, yeah. And then
Yeah, then float_2.
let's go to now let's see if you're correct.
Isn't that supposed to be space?
Where?
Oh, my bad, sorry.
I'm not sure, like between the asterisk and float.
Like this. Like this. Okay, let's try like that. No, it's not like that. Let's look back at this. So it would be something like this. So I think the problem is, does anyone know what the problem is? It says it's not defined, it doesn't have a value. So what do you think the problem is? Jimmy.
What?
Jimmy, do you have an answer?
Yeah. For what?
Okay, so what do you think the problem is? Because it says it's not defined, which means like it doesn't really have a value. So what do you think we should do with it?
I'm not sure, but like, is it the float_1 and float_2 is supposed to be like on a different line, like float_1 equals to something and float_2 equals to something?
Let's see what Ayomi has to say.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I also agree with what Jimmy says. Like, there's meant to be a value for the float_1 and float_2.
Because on the second
So should we give it just a random value here?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the float.
Okay. And then should we do this? What about float_2? Should we leave that or should we also?
I think we should also do it.
I think product is supposed to equal to a number or a letter or variable. So
Yeah. Okay, should we try now? There's still an error. Let's see.
the-
And then we'll see where we're wrong. You want me to you still have your hand up?
I think the variable has to come before the product, like float 1 and float 2
Yeah,
meant to
yeah.
come before the product.
That should be correct, yeah. Oh, does it give us numbers that should I don't think it gave us numbers that
no.
oh, it never gave us like a total that it should add up to, so I'm not sure what's meant by that, but it should have said add up to 10.
On the
Should be-
second instruction, it says create a string that code big
Yeah,
string that
we'll
says
get to that now.
product of X. But the first one seems
Okay. So create a string called big underscore string. So is this what a string will look like? Let's go up here to make sure. Okay, so this is the string part. All right then. Now who wants to try and answer this? Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to answer this? With the help of Ayumi there. Anyone else, just put your hand up and you can help out.
Is it? No, I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay, does anyone want to help out? Anyone else? So it says here, create a string called big underscore string that says the product was X with the value of the product where the X is. So does anyone else want to help out with what this could be?
Can you please go back to the example?
Okay, yeah. We can go back to here. Here. So this should be a clue around here.
I think it should have given us a number.
Yeah, it has 10. What's the task is saying to create a big string that says the product was X. So what could that mean?
Maybe just for X is equals to X or something. I don't know. Like a capital X.
Maybe it could be like
Or maybe it could be what it said, like the product.
like this one. Where you do the product was equal to the product was on. Let's go back to the task. The product was, and then maybe you have to do this thing
Is
up
it
here.
capital X or small x? Or just
We'll see up here. So do you get it now? Should we try to do it like that now?
a bit?
So we plus and then let's go. Okay, let's see if it will work now. Oh, error. Oh, it's just a spelling mistake. Let's see if it works. So then we'll see where we messed up. It might just be spelling mistake, grammar mistake of the. Okay, then that's worked now. All right, for the final task, 14 out of 14. Make sure you're caught up on this. I want everyone to work together to complete this one now. Okay, then let's do this. Great. So far we've looked at print statements, how to create, modify, and use variables, arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, how to use comments to make your code easy to understand, different data types, including strings, ints, floats, and booleans, converting data between data types. Those are some resources you can use. You can use it on your computer at home. Right then, let's do this. I want everyone to contribute to work together for this last challenge. Let's apply all the concepts you've learned one more time. Create a variable called skill completed and set it to equal to the string Python syntax. Okay, so how do we do this? Skill. How we set equal to the Python syntax? Everyone can contribute. Just put your hand up and I'll pick on you to help out.
What's the question again?
Let's apply all the concepts you've learned one more time. Create a variable called skill underscore completed and set it equal to the string. Israel, you have a way to do this first task. Israel. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, we'll save for the end.
This one, the one at the end.
We'll save questions for the end. Oluwatosin, do you have an idea on how to do this?
Okay, all right, okay.
What did you say?
Do you have an idea on how to do this?
I don't know.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
You have an idea on how to do this task, the first instruction?
Wait. Maybe if we wait.
Where did we get for? Listen. Oh, okay.
Or what if we type equals to Python syntax, but the Python syntax is in like apostrophe quotation marks.
Like this.
And then
Okay, so now stage 2. Oluwatosin, do you wanna start?
You could put so you
Just
could
put
like put the exercises, the hyphen, complete the thingy, and completed equals to points equals to that speech marks 8 points, the thing in the bottom per exercise point.
And then, so like this, like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, you can do it like that.
Yeah. Okay, then peace.
I took 5 minutes to do that.
What again?
It's doing like.
Okay, come to me, man. We can do anyway, so that's fine. So this one should be easy. Just multiply 4 by them, then remove that 4 quickly.
I'm gonna say that you're muted.
There shouldn't be a C on number 2. It should be EXER, not.
Yeah, I'm a mistake. Right then.
Well, if that is.
So you need to add 4.
Oh, yeah, single grammar mistake.
That's it.
Okay then. Now how do you use that one point total?
What is it? It's not right. 15 plus 12.
Yeah.
So 15 S
What?
25 or 3.
Update point total to be the original value plus the result of multiplying exercise
For
get
S3,
underscore
I
completion.
think.
Oh, okay.
And for S squared. Yeah.
4x².
So how we do this piece?
3, yes. 2 or down, yeah.
I only do.
You you up you write point total again, and you press equals 100 plus
Just need to replace that one with S squared.
completed.
3 S squared, yeah. Minus 1 is equal to 3. It's equal to 3.
So like this.
No, you need to put exercises.
Exercises, yes.
Yes, because when you square, you add
That's some good debugging.
No, you just need to replace the X squared with X. It doesn't do anything now. You need to put the S squared with X.
Okay, yeah, that's worked. Now
Put the S
number
squared
5.
instead of X. So it's
It's the
going to
second
be X
last before
squared.
the end. Add a comment above the declaration of points per exercise that says. So how would we do that? How would we add a comment? Let me do.
We use the hashtag, then
Solve this one, sorry.
then we write what we want to write.
3S squared minus 3 is equal to 0. Assuming it's equal to 0. Divide them by 3. X squared minus 1 is equal to 0. Then put the other side. S is equal to 1.
Uh,
Oh, I think it's 1 anyway. Hopefully. Oh, okay. So
spelling mistake.
Hold on, 3S squared. 3S squared. That's constant.
Right, now the final one. It's only the no piece. How would you do this final task?
3S squared.
So I think
1.
you're meant to write.
Hold on. If you put 1 there.
Write print
1
in brackets. Right, I got.
Yeah, it's all 2 now. Hold on. No.
Speech marks. I got. Yeah.
Yes.
And then outside of the speech marks, right? Plus string. Well, str and in brackets.
Oh, it should be 1 or minus 1 now.
Total.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
Square root.
Right. Plus.
Yeah. Plus. Yeah.
Plus points.
Try it again. What you did again. But that's going to allow
points
you.
And
point. Right then. Let's run it.
Yeah. Attempt.
Yeah, space there.
Okay.
Okay, then we've done it, guys.
So this one.
Jimmy, what's your question?
On line 6, the one where is the point total.
Yeah.
I run there and it says
Just need to replace the X before X.
Currently 118 when it should be 165, and I don't know what I did wrong.
You put in these values wrong. 5 and 13.
I put. Wait, let me see yours. I put print underscore total equals to 100.
Yeah.
Add exercises underscore completed. Add points.
It's not add, it's times. It's times.
After.
It's times. It's exercise completed times with the asterisk.
Okay.
Anyone else need help?
What just
Okay,
happened?
I think that's it.
You need to put it at the end.
Mr. Deji.
Can you keep
No,
saying?
no. Sorry, what's it?
We've completed the.
Okay, all right. So thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we are already past the time anyway. So I think So thank you everybody.
Mr. Deji,
Yes, please.
sorry to interrupt, but this lesson was confusing. Please, can you explain to me next week?
Okay. All right.
I didn't understand
David will
today's
explain again. David, if you're okay to do this again next week, I think yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall I go through 11 to 14 again next week?
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So thank you everybody. Have a good week ahead. Yeah. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.